Hey YouTube. So I have got both of these Amazon special cannons that you've seen probably or have looked into yourself and considered buying these and trying to figure out what's the difference between, I think this is like 17 or $19 and this is like 34. Then obviously up from there they go, $79, things like that, depending on the brand. So what I wanted to do is try these out. I've tried them once before each and was kind of surprised with the outcome. So I wanted to try this again, and this time I'll shoot it for video. I've measured the water out so that they're at the same amount of water. I know that this is a very good foaming shampoo, car wash. So we're going to fill these up with the same amount of soap in each gun here. And then we're going to hook this up to the pressure washer. But really wanted to see if there is any difference at all in terms of how they're built. Yes, there is, but the first time around, the Foseal actually looked like it did better. So I'm really interested to see that because there's a couple things on the MATCC that I like better. It's got a filter, if you will, as it's pulling up water to make sure debris doesn't get inside, because the thing that creates the foam, if that gets lodged with debris, things like that, it's going to stop working. And then it weighs 3 times the amount of the Foseal. But they both do the same thing, so just different ways. But the nozzle feels better. The way it turns is more fluid and feels more premium than this one. They say they're both all brass. This is just a plastic tube. This seems like a nicer tube, and then again it's got the filter piece on the end. This one does have brass at both the top and the bottom, where this one is plastic, but it is heavy plastic. But again, this weighs so much more. The bottles are made from 2 different companies as far as the actual plastics, but they're identical in terms of their markings. Both of them are graduated as far as they measure the ounces and everything for you, or milliliters. If you buy your soap in bulk, I recommend using a funnel of some sort, just so you don't waste product. Both of the products come in a box like this. I threw away the MATCC one, but same thing, just simple box, and they literally both have the same type of instructions inside, which is just a 1-page user manual, about as basic as it gets. The one thing I will say that does say on the manuals, or from other reviews, things like that, once you've gone through the amount, and if you don't go through all of it, turn it so it's, you want to fill it back up with water, run water through these so that the little aerator thing that causes them to foam doesn't get clogged, is the one thing that people are saying to do. If you don't use it all, dump this into your mitt bucket for your contact wash. It's probably a really good thing to do. Yeah, these guys they do the same thing, but 2 different brands. There's tons of videos out there for other people using foam cannons. I love a foam cannon. It's fun, it's cool, but it actually does a really good job. Your car will never feel slicker. Anyhow, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to fill these up off camera, so when we come back we'll be firing them up in the cannon. So one of the things I will show you guys, I do use a 2-bucket method with some Chanel mitts. And I use something that I saw, which I don't see a lot of people doing, but it's a grit guard with the cyclone trap together is what I use in my buckets. This just keeps the dirt down, but these do a really good job of keeping the dirt from coming back up. There's some tests that if you wanted to Google, I'm not going to do them, but where a guy literally did this and dirt did come back up from the agitation of somebody rubbing their mitt against it. These do a good job of keeping it down. I already owned the first one, so this was the green ones were new. They're a Chemical Guys dirt trap. They do seem to work really well. They got little pulls for you to come in and out of. Yeah, I probably would have just bought these, this type, the one that's on top, if I had to buy them over. But since I already owned the first ones, I just kind of combo them together. Anyhow, so we'll get these filled up, but while I was doing that, I just figured I would go ahead and share that with y'all. Go ahead and put just a little glug. Little goes a long way with this stuff. And we'll fill it up. And they will want to float on you, but that's no big deal. Just push them on down. Tons of soap. And if you don't know, the watermelon smells so good, and got a lot of lubricity. It's really slick. There's some others I've used as well that are even slicker, but this is really good wash for foaming especially. So we're going to rinse the car down. I do recommend you always rinse it down. Not that my opinion matters so much, but you'll notice the car should bead quite well. We use some, and I'll have another video for that, but we use the Turtle Wax ceramic hybrid wax on it. Which is a whole nother video. Keep in mind, this is a car that is 10 years old. Still looks really pretty good. Alright, now that we've got that done, we'll go ahead and get to the cannons. We're using a Sunjo. I believe it's a 3800, 3900. It's been really good for me. I will tell you the customer service on Sunjo, which is probably a whole nother video that I'll do. But they have a tremendous trade-in warranty. Mine actually, the tank broke inside of it. I called. They sent me a new one. I returned my other one in a return label that they had already provided for free. So that has like a 2 or 3 year warranty to start, and they literally just replaced it for free, which is pretty amazing. In this day and age, customer service like that, you know, I got to share that kind of stuff. All right, let's get going. So in screwing these on, it's very odd. So the Foseal screws just like a normal body would, as you assume it would, and then it stops when it's down. This thing continues to spin forever. Which makes me think it's not a very good screw on, which is surprising. Again, this is the more expensive of the two, but here's a good way for you to see how much more substantial the nozzle is, things like that. Just, it feels good. Again, this one weighs a lot more. I don't know if that's necessarily a pro or con, but this is brass or this is plastic. I am using a self-expanding and shrinking hose, which these are awesome if you've never used one before. Yeah, we'll probably, let me know if you want me to talk about that, if you guys are tired of lugging around heavy ass hoses, pardon my French. Anyhow, let's get started. Okay, so we're all set up. This one is the MATCC snow foaming lance. So we got it all the way open, and let's see, that is almost closed. Let's open it just a little bit. And let's get started. And this is on full foam, guys. Let's open it just a little bit more. And all I'm doing is changing the way the spray pattern is, the fan on the inside. This is all soap. This is from Maximum Suds. Get closer so you guys can see. It is covering well. It is somewhat rich and thick, but it is not thick like you would expect out of a really good foam cannon. And it's dwelling well. The stuff at the top is still hanging on, and as you see that this is coming down, this is one of the advantages of doing a foam cannon before you do your contact wash, is just imagine all the dirt or dust, debris that's just sitting on your car paint and things like that, that's literally sliding off the car. I hope that's coming up on camera, but it's literally the whole thing is just sheeting off of the car. So let's rinse this off, and then we'll go to the Foseal. This is just a 40-degree water nozzle just to get all the soap off. Alright, now let's switch them up. Okay, now we've got the Foseal foam cannon. Same setup, and here we go. Got this open full. Okay. And just like last time, this feels so much more powerful. See how much more foam there is? I hope that's coming up on camera too. It's an entirely different experience. This is way better. Man, it's $17. Way thicker, much more lather. Man, this thing gets it. So this is the same experience I had the first time. I've got to give that thing 2 thumbs up, man. For 17 bucks. I mean, look at that. Just, I hope that that is as obvious to you guys as it is to me standing right here. How much thicker, creamier, just the way that that went on. I mean, look at the amount of foam that's even sprayed out that already has fallen off the car. So I'll continue to clean the car, obviously, since I'm doing it, obviously. But I'm telling you guys, this is the one I would get. This guy is a bad mamma jamma. For 17 bucks. You know, those that are $70, $80, whatever they are, this thing can break 4 times before I even have spent the cost of the first one. It makes no sense why I would spend that kind of money on this. And this one's the all brass pieces. And it screws on better, and it's cheaper. There's just no downside, in my opinion. Well, I'll finish washing the car here, but really appreciate y'all sticking around. If you have any questions or anything like that, by the way, this watermelon smell is great outdoors, which is really nice. It's just one of those added perks. But yeah, appreciate you if you stuck around this long. Please smash the like button for me, subscribe. Just let me know if there's anything else specifically you'd like to see or answer any questions. Comment down below. I'll be happy to help any way I can. Thanks. Y'all have a good day.